This is Down to the Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, fly man ring.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building. We back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Yo, Down to the Wire 513. We back in the building.
What's good,
brothers? How y'all feeling?
We on?
Feeling good, feeling great, man.
Yeah.
How are you back, man? How you feeling, T?
Bless Black, highly favored, man. A little bit tired last night, man.
Went to the
Yeah.
concert.
You went to the Chris Brown concert, right? Chris Brown, little baby.
How was that?
Shit was dope, bro. I'm telling you, guys like that need to start coming middle of the week though. Like that was a weekend concert for
This
sure.
is Cincinnati, brother. They going to Chicago on the weekend.
Yeah, Chicago, Miami, somewhere like.
Well, shoot, they must be treating Atlanta the same thing because they in Atlanta next Wednesday.
He probably doing 2 shows down there though, ain't he?
No, I don't see one on the docket.
Baby might try to get in now. You know, DA down there tripping, so he might be trying to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Rico.
Trying to stay out the way. She said 60 days. She said we in that time frame. Let me stay out the way.
Let me stay out.
Just for work.
Shout out little baby. Blue was there. I ain't expect him to be there. He did a 15-minute set.
Young Blue.
Yeah.
Shout out Young Blue.
15. Shout out DJ Fresh, held it down for the hour. He got an hour Cincinnati's on. So
Yes, what's up?
it's definitely worth the price of admission if y'all got a chance to get to one of the later shows. So definitely check that out. Nonetheless, it's Down to the Wire 513, episode 244.
244. We coming up on 250.
Yeah, we getting there quick, man. Getting there quick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, so we usually like to start the show on a little bit on a more positive note, but we gotta pay homage to the two sports legends that we tragically lost this week. First off, Vin Scully, Los Angeles Dodgers legend. If you know anything about if you wanted to be like a sports broadcaster, you had to know his name. He's up there with the Chick Hearns of the world, Pat Summeralls of the world, John Madden of the world. He's a top 3 voice in all of sports. Truly a sad day, man. I know the folks in LA. It's hurting. It's hurting for sure.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. I didn't watch a lot of Dodgers games, but him just passing is doing some of the playbacks that he did, and just hearing his voice was I definitely heard his voice thousands of times. Just watching sports. So definitely RPC legend, man.
Called Hank Aaron's 715th home run. That's a legendary moment.
Yeah, that's something like you definitely heard his voice. You just don't probably, if you ain't tapped into baseball, you probably don't know it was him, but you definitely heard his voice before.
But he also did more too. He did call NBA games. He was John Madden's first partner when he got into the business.
Oh, that's dope.
Golf, so yeah,
legend, man, certified legend
for sure. Rest in peace to Ben Scully, man. True pioneer in this business for sure.
RP, man.
Yep.
And man, the second one we gotta give a rest in peace to who we lost this past Sunday, man. The late great Bill Russell.
One of the GOATs.
Man, one of the GOATs for sure, man.
88 years young, man.
11 championships. 2 is the first NBA black head coach, and a host of other awards, basketball and not basketball related. NBA is going to fill a big hole this year without him at the games.
Yeah, man. One of the pioneers of just black entertainment, black sports entertainment, black athletes, black excellence in America, man. Honestly, you see him getting the Medal of Honor there from President Obama. He was just one of the true pioneers of the last generation, man. So definitely heartbreaking to see him go, man. Even though he was a Celtic, you know what I'm saying, he was still one of the GOATs. One of the guys you could definitely say he he set the standard for like what an NBA superstar, what a black superstar athlete should look like in America.
Facts. And for a black man to play his entire career in Boston, I mean, we all know how Boston is up there, and especially back during the time he played. I know it was way worse than what it is now. Like I said, he was on the civil rights movement with Muhammad Ali, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was a voice out there. Definitely paved the way for what not only just NBA but what sports is all across the board today. Lived a great life. Obviously, the Finals MVP is named after him on the Bill Russell Award. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I was talking to my pops, is he the last of his era? But of course, we still got Jerry West. He's still with us. That played in his era.
Oscar.
Yeah,
sure. They interview Oscar, about Bill. So I know he heard. So we still got Kareem. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's great that we still had Bill. For the 75th season. We got through the whole season. It was good he was able to experience that. And the young guys that was our generation guys that are just getting in, like the LeBrons, the Kevin Durant's, the Russell Westbrook. Those guys were able to experience that with Bill.
And so, I mean, it's crazy. Like I said before, so he definitely lived a great life, and he still had his wits about him. You seen him in the war show, still cracking jokes, still just living his best life, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to, like I said on screen, to a legend, man.
To a legend, a GOAT.
Man.
Facts.
Some people would argue he is the GOAT.
Some people would, man. Some people got him in the top 5. He's not my top 5 personally, but most of the basketball analysts, especially the ones you see on TV, he's in their top 5.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, 11. I mean, say what you want to say. 11 championships.
Yeah.
Say what you want to say about it. That's still great.
All right, so I can't we got our arguments, but I can't just throw that away and disregard that. I mean, it's hard.
11, bro. 11. I say
though.
it's you can't deny greatness, man. Can't deny it.
Send the love and healing energy to the Russell family, man, to the Scully family for sure.
Facts.
Thinking about it, before the show prep, I think we should have really thought about this, because this is a bad transition to what we about to talk about.
Well, I can't say it's a bad.
Well, let's talk about something first.
We had to talk, like, that was the most important thing. So now we at the next hottest topic.
Ooh, but this is a doozy.
This is a doozy, man. This is a doozy.
We're about to talk about Deshaun Watson, but let's get to it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
Ooh,
let's just do it, man. So
let's talk about Deshaun.
I guess the first decision that came down. The submission came down. Was it Monday? Deshaun Watson,
Monday.
6 games suspension. I don't know the arbitrator's name, but it was a young lady or older lady. I'm not sure the age of her, but a woman arbitrator, which is a great, because for the situation, she had no dog in the fight. She gave him 6 games, no fine.
Sue Robinson,
6 games, no fine. He would lose, I think, like $340,000 worth of game checks, as this year his salary is only like $700,000 this year, something like that, or maybe $900,000, something like that. But he would lose roughly $350,000.
That's pennies to him, to that contract.
Yeah, that's pennies to that contract. It's like less than 1% of the contract, I think, that he would lose. The NFL has appealed. As of today, they have appealed. They want more games. They want a longer suspension. So this is where we're at right now.
Honestly, I think, the only reason I think they're appealing is honestly just due to obviously the clear backlash they received.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, backlash was crazy. Crazy.
I read.
Go ahead. She said she only gave him 6 games because it wasn't a violent act. That's what she was hell bent on her in her decision.
The most egregious nonviolent act as well. I read the decision. I honestly, people don't want to hear it. I personally think it was the correct decision. I mean, I've said on the show before, I didn't think he should be suspended at all. Not because he's not a creep. He's a very much a creeper, but so I don't want it to be like I'm defending his actions, but he didn't do anything illegal. As an attorney, that's just how I feel. It's like, he didn't do anything illegal. Now what did he? I just, so okay, he the NFL, that was unbecoming of you. That's a fact. So you get 6 games. I mean, but what did he do that was illegal? You know what I'm saying? So, it's tough, and I understand it's a hot topic and things of that. He's weird, and he's a creep, and he shouldn't be able to get any more private massages.
Which you can't. I think she said that in the
massages during the Cleveland.
Yeah, put that in there. He can only have massages from team licensed massage therapist.
Yeah, but I just don't think that. I mean, it's like I think of the court of law. Once you're not guilty, you can't just send me to. And I used he probably did it, but I get off on a technicality. You can't send someone to jail still. You know what I'm saying? But he just didn't do anything illegal. That's my view, but a lot of people don't like the attorney's view, so maybe you guys can, they say we're not human a lot of times, so maybe you guys can come with a different perspective.
Go ahead, T.
I mean, honestly, for me, I thought it would have been more games. I mean, me and Randall, we was talking about that when he first came out. They was talking about when he first got traded to Cleveland. I thought it would be more games. Honestly, it's only reaction because the backlash they got. Because I do think if he got 8 or 12 games, I think people would have been cool with that. Would have been fine with that. But the fact that it was 6, I think that's the big discretion here.
Yeah, 6 leave Cleveland a really good spot. That's love. Remember,
that's the first thing you said. That's love, which is super love, man. I think. The NFL got a big backlash because you got guys like Calvin Ridley who got a whole season.
Yeah, that's
for betting on football. Now, like you said, Doc, this is the most egregious. Well, is it really the most egregious? You got guys betting on football getting the whole season. That's the argument against this, basically.
This is, in my opinion, I don't know, the betting. You can't do it, and if you're not betting on your own games,
which he was,
yeah, he was.
That's tough business because you could be hurting the integrity of the game. Do I think it's a whole year? No, but it's an integrity of the game issue.
And we said this when we first thought about it. Like he was just dumb as hell about it. Like, go have somebody else bet for you in your name.
Like you have a very notable name, bro.
Right.
Like, come on.
So this is a little different because one might argue that you're throwing games and stuff like that. So
facts.
With this, it's just he's a creep. But
definite creeper.
But there's not much there. So there ain't what backbone can you lay on to say, well, she said this happened, so I'm going to suspend you this long. He denies a lot of that stuff that still came out.
He just said that he didn't do anything wrong. That's what he's saying. I haven't heard him say I haven't done what they're saying I'm done. He's saying I haven't done anything wrong. So I don't know. I personally think the stories that I've read, I think they're too similar for it to be a coincidence. I think he probably did what they're saying he did.
Too similar in a lot of details.
Yeah. Like the details are way too similar, for this to be a coincidence for me. So I think he did it. Now, like I said, I don't know the laws. I don't know the laws in Texas. I don't know if what he did is technically a crime, but what he did was definitely some creep shit. It definitely was some stuff that as a grown man, you should know you shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I think he know he's in the wrong, which is why he's settled most of the cases now. I think 23 to 24 cases are settled, or 24, 25. I don't know how many there are, but all but one of the cases are settled. So he knows he was in the wrong. You know what I mean?
Just for the record, when you settle a case, that don't always mean that you're admitting wrongdoing.
Yeah, I ain't say he admitting he wrong, because he definitely admitted he said he did nothing wrong, but I think he knows he's wrong.
say that again, Doc, because I know a lot of folks I work with think that's admitting guilt. Please say that again.
No, when you settle out a case, that does not mean that you're admitting guilt. Sometimes it's cheaper to just pay it off in the beginning. What really should have happened, and what I found out doing some research, he had a chance to pay all these off before it for real hit the.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. Way earlier than this.
And guilty or not,
probably for less money.
Guilty or not, if I'm him, I would have settled all these off. No, listen, I'm completely innocent. But those facts, his name is tarnished forever. Maybe they were into it. We don't know. And that's the thing. From what the stories are all similar, but maybe
we don't know. We don't know.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know.
Maybe they was all, it's Deshaun Watson, I'm doing it. And it's like, now I'm about to hit a lick on it, because we know people do that too.
People do that.
I'm not saying that's the situation, but just so you guys know, even from lawyer's perspective, just because you settle a case, it don't mean it's like, a hospital when they're on malpractice cases could necessarily wasn't wrong on how they did certain things, but they don't want their name mixed up in any of that foolishness that stuff goes wrong at their hospital. So a lot of times they'll settle those. Let's get this out. I don't want to have any, I don't want my name mixed in any of that BS. So I'll pay you now. All right, you came up, and keep it pushing. And that's what he should have did.
Especially if you know that it's a possibility some of it maybe, kind of true. At least look true. Look true. I ain't gonna say maybe true, but it may look true, because there's some of that stuff looks true.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it is true, but it just looks very very, very weird to be a coincidence, if you ask me.
And I get trying to defend defend your image and everything, but at the end of the day, no one cares about the truth, and the lie is more entertaining. So
it's the story the media. It's the story the media is pushing.
It's all about how it looks.
As long as you know in your heart, like you didn't do nothing wrong, as you're saying. Yeah, like I'm with y'all. Go ahead and pay that off.
And the amount
as possible.
The amount of money he would have been paid is pennies. And then after he does that, he signs a non-disclosure agreement with us. You can never talk about it. And you from that point forward, you never put yourself in that position again to even look that way. And
it might be a story to come out 10 years later about, the stuff that happened, or maybe a story about, something that possibly happened like that. But
trust
by that time, it's 10 years later. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
And
you might have a couple Super Bowl rings by then.
Non-disclosure agreements, people they ain't saying 9 times out of 10 people ain't breaking those, because you're gonna be owing a whole bunch of money.
No, I'm just saying something kind of like the Vince shit going on right now, like going on WWE, like some shit like nobody ain't really saying nothing, but something it still got out there. All that money got paid out somehow. You know what I'm saying? So something possibly at some point would have got out. That some money got paid out to somebody for something. It definitely got out eventually.
But either way, he ain't like his I wouldn't say his legacy is tarnished, but this will always be a stain on his name.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say his legacy is tarnished. The only way he just doesn't, it's not. He gonna have to win some bowls.
A lot of them,
more than one.
I mean, but still, they always gonna somebody's gonna always bring this up.
Winning, yeah, they will, but winning cures all.
Yeah, and I don't know, T, because a lot man said the same thing about Mike Vick when that whole dog fight and shit happened. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely cleaned this stuff up real nice. You know what I'm saying? And he's on TV.
And on top of that,
a lot of people agree with it though.
Winning clears that tarnish up and makes it a spec, where it's like, you get the one reporter that's gonna mention it, like when Kobe passed away. And who was that? Was that Gayle King that asked that weird question to Serena Williams or something like that? Like,
Yeah, man.
like, but you know, ain't nobody else gonna do that though. When
Right.
you win, but when you win, if you come out and you lose, you know, after that debacle, he probably never played that good again because he was so busy messing with, you know, and that'll be his story if he doesn't win. And that probably will be a story because it's in Cleveland and they curse, so they're not gonna win. So that sucks for him.
Anthony said the NFL had to show good face to women so that year will happen. Oh, so he's saying he thinks it'll get pushed up to a year.
I think the appeal. I don't think they have any ground. I mean, they got always the lawyers can always make, but I don't think it goes up too much higher. If it does go up, I just don't think they have the backbone for it.
Well, the
Yeah, I
report
don't
is
see it
they're,
getting to a
they're
year.
seeking an indefinite suspension.
Oh, what? Now, according to the NFL, I think contracts, I think it's like if you tarnish the shield, you know, if you make the NFL look bad, and he definitely made the NFL look bad, so they can definitely come down harder if they wanted to. They're definitely going to get sued though by Deshaun Watson and his people. They're going to sue the fuck out the NFL if he gets suspended for more than, I say, if he gets probably more than 6 games, they're definitely going to sue.
I just think that it's just a tough situation to be able to. The NFL's in a tough spot because he didn't do anything illegal, and if what kind of precedent are you setting? Maybe they know more than they do know more than what we know, but at the end of the day, it's hearsay. They say one thing, he said another thing.
Facts.
You're gonna just, I mean,
They have to appeal though, man. They have to appeal. I mean, if you want to be honest, this looks terrible.
I think they will. I think the NFL's if they appeal and they lose on the insides, they're not mad. It's like, you know, hey, he just didn't.
Tried.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? They're doing it. I agree. They had to.
They had to.
But
this looks terrible.
Once it comes back, you know, if it comes back the same and the appeals not denied, you know, they affirm the arbitrator's decision. In the background, they're like, look, man, we didn't want to appeal anyways. I just think, you know, we did it to save face.
Right. Yeah, but still, I think they're gonna have to add games to save face regardless. Because even if, like I said, they don't, if they stay at 6 games, even though they appeal, like people know the NFL can add more games to this. They have to add.
No, but I don't think
they have to.
I don't think they. I can't say that they do.
Yes.
Hear me out. Yes, they have the ability to, but then it destroys the whole process.
Yeah.
I mean, the process is already bullshit anyway.
But now it destroys the whole process because what are we doing this for? Just set your suspension. I'm not about to do all this court work and stuff like that.
Also, it got out that the NFL tried to bargain with Deshaun Watson and his people and try to give them. First, they said 12 to 10. They said, nah, we want 6. They said, all right, how about 8 to 10? They said, nah, we cool. And then she said 6. So now you're trying to go indefinite, bro. You just try to give me an offer for 12. Now you're saying indefinite? Nah, bro.
I think it's going to 8.
That's a safe space. If I'm Deshaun Watson, I go in there and I just, hey, look, we need this much. We don't really want indefinite because they don't. I don't think they do. I think they go in. We don't
have to go hard.
I think they're going to 8. They got to be a half the season.
I see 8.
Let's do 9 games, 8 or 9 games, and we'll drop it.
I see 8.
And I think Deshaun Watson should. I would tell him to accept it.
Yeah, if they go 8, I would say accept it and just eat it, bro, and just.
The quicker this gets out the media, the quicker he can work on trying to rebuild his name.
Yeah, just rebuild it, bro.
But the crazy part obviously he's willing to accept 6 because I mean I don't even think he was expecting 6 games. But yeah, at the end, whatever NFL does, as long as it's not 12, yeah, accept what they give you.
That's what I would just because the quicker it's over with, and that's where he messed up in the beginning. The quicker you get to start, if you can repairing your name as well as you can.
Yeah, man, for sure. I think some of the players to the NFL won't turn out good. Didn't Zeke sue? Or he didn't sue, but he about to sue when they try to suspend him a few years back, and it worked because it worked. So especially since the arbitrator already gave him 6 games, like he could definitely fight it if you wanted to. I wouldn't do it though, but he definitely could because he had somebody who had no bias for nobody, so he should only get 6. So why are you saying I should get more than 6, bro?
And I, like I said, I'm not saying what he did was correct or, his actions. I'm not on his side, but the facts are the facts. He didn't do anything illegal, and he's saying I didn't do anything wrong, which means what tells me is he's like, they were 100% consenting. That's what he's saying.
he said Zeke has Jerry Jones. Hey, I'm just saying, man.
Zeke did
I'm just saying.
Zeke's suspension was dumb. Like he kept all Zeke had to do was
Yeah.
get his out the way, but he kept pushing it back and got suspended at the most crucial time of the season.
Right, he got suspended during the season, so it was like, bro, what are you doing? But yeah, man, we'll see what happens, man. I think the NFL they had to do this to kind of save face, kind of like Anthony said that they're trying to win over women viewership.
That's what it is.
They let this slide. It will be a terrible look. It was a terrible look that he got 6 games. I thought he would get at least 8 to 10, at least. So I mean, they had to do this.
I don't want to say this from a fan, from a strictly Bengals fans out there, y'all standpoint. Don't act like y'all outraged because y'all truly upset that he only got 6 games. Y'all just didn't want to play this man twice a year. y'all couldn't beat the Browns with Baker Mayfield. Y'all got a shot with Deshaun Watson. Don't try to say, he's a bad man. Shut up. Y'all just didn't want to play this man twice a year.
About the Bengals and the Browns, they cannot dominate them boys. You know,
they can't, man. They can't. They just can't get right.
All these Bengals fans, now outrage 6 games, nah. Because if y'all get 8, y'all don't have to play him on Monday Night Football. Come on.
Joe Burrow,
they need to worry about.
I believe Joe Burrow wants to play him. He's that kind of guy.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
I mean, yeah, Burrow do, but the fans don't.
Fans like, we want to go. We want to get the easiest schedule possible.
Exactly.
Like, what? So I can build up and can lose in the playoffs. Like, come on.
Now we got to worry about the Browns and the Ravens. Chill out with that. But we'll see what happens with this, man. Obviously, just getting started.
We'll see, man.
We shall see. Now, this is Down to the Wire 513, episode 244. Make sure you give us a follow. Everything Down to the Wire 513. Tell a friend. Google us is the easy way to find us.
Everywhere, man. International.
Last time we was on, there was a few players, a few wide receivers doing some hold ins. They were showing up the training camp, but they weren't practicing.
They didn't want to pay that fine.
But now, at least 2 of the guys have gotten the contract that they wanted. DK Metcalf and Deebo Samuel. Top 10 wide receivers, would y'all say?
Yeah, definitely top 10. Even though Matt didn't have it right that way, but yeah. if you didn't see that, go back watch. I think it was episode 241, maybe episode 240. One of those two.
I don't know. I don't think either of them are top 10 receiver.
I think both of them are better than the number 10 guy.
I do agree with that though.
Like I said, go back and listen to episode. I think it was 241. But nah, man, these guys got the bag. I don't know if they really. Because I mean, is this resetting the market? I ain't resetting the market, but I mean, it is big money, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I'm going to pull it up here. I don't think they did reset the market. Obviously, they got paid quite handsomely though. Devontae Adams, I know he reset the market for sure.
Yeah, I think he's at.
They are 2, 4, 6. They are the 8th and 9th highest paid receiver currently.
Okay. With that being said, I think this is. I think it's decent deals for both of them. As far as team goes, because I mean, they didn't reset the market. You got guys coming up like we were talking about off air, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase coming up. It's definitely going to reset the market. So it's going to drop them even down further. So I think this is fair for them. I think Deebo. I think he wanted more than what he got. I think.
Honestly, can't. I mean, for me, he can't do. I mean, because he only put in 1 year. Like you just came onto the scene last year,
right?
You've been in the league, I think 3 years already, and this is the last year. First time anybody is really outside of the 49ers fans have heard of you.
Yeah, man.
On a national scale, so.
Yeah, so for those listening, man, can't see. We got DK Metcalf extended 3 years, $72 million, $50.2 million guaranteed, $30 million signing bonus, which is the most ever for our receivers. It's crazy.
Also, I just want to point out
Shout out to him, man.
how petty Debo is.
Man, first it came out he got like 71 I think and a half, and then it came out he got 3 years, 73.5 million for 58.1 million guaranteed. So a little bit more on the overall side, I guess, than DK, but
Man had to get that 73.5.
hey, shout out to both of these guys for getting paid, man. Both definitely put in work. You know, definitely deserve to get paid.
I mean, at least Debo from a team's perspective, I would say at least his team is going to be winning or has a chance to win.
Oh yeah.
Now DK, I mean, it's like Seattle had to do it because they have nothing up there.
Yeah, they had no choice really, and I think San Fran had a choice, but I think this proves that I think they're all in now. I think this proves it, man. They want the best chemistry. You know, they don't want to have this over their head going into the season. So they want to, hey, let's go ahead and pay him now. Just make him happy. Let's hope that it pays off, and you know he gets on the field and produces like we need him to produce for us to get to the Super Bowl. At least try to get a chance to win it.
Now, I will ask this question for both of you guys. Obviously, for the Bengals perspective, we know Joe Burrow's coming up next year, but also next year is T. Higgins. Is T. Higgins in this price range?
You said he gone.
Oh yeah, he won't be a Bengal. They can't pay everybody.
You think T. Higgins gone?
Yeah, I think.
Man.
Well,
I think Boyd might be gone.
One of them got to go. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I could be wrong, and I don't know, but one of them, I just know for a fact one of them has to go.
This is roughly $24 million a year for DK, and I think that 73.5 is what incentive. So he has to like reach certain things to get that. But if he gets all of it, it's like 24.5 for Debo. So 25 million a year for T.
How when Tyler Boyd up?
Well, Tyler Boyd, I know he just signed a contract 2 years ago, so I think his last final year on his deal is next year.
This upcoming season?
No, he has one more year. He's under contract in 2023-24.
So for the next 2 seasons.
Man. Yeah. I think if anything, I think these deals help the Bengals because I don't think T. Higgins is going to have as good a year as either of these guys had so far coming up. Maybe I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong. But he will have to outperform Debo.
It's impossible.
Last year to get this money.
It's impossible.
If I'm a Bengals owner, you got to outdo Debo.
I won't say impossible.
It's not impossible. But with Jamar there, it's going to be tough.
And that's why I'm saying.
I think it's easier. Because if everybody focusing on Chase,
and you got targets, and you're forgetting you got Joe Mixon. Neither one of these guys got that kind of stuff going on. So
and they just improved the offensive line, so I think they're going to try to focus more on the run this year. So
and they got Tyler.
Less balls to go out. Pause, but you know what I'm saying.
And they got Tyler Boyd too. So that's a lot of football. That's for him to get the numbers he would need, that'd be tough. Which would mean for the Bengals to say I'm going to do it, like nah, but he could go to somewhere like Jacksonville. Just like, look, we need a shit that's going to give him that money because they believe he can do it.
Right. Then you got somebody like I need a weapon. You know what I'm saying? They could go out there and pay him like that. But if you the Bengals,
I will say this. T. Higgins says that just last year, obviously second year in the league, he did outperform DK last year.
But did he outdo Debo?
Let's see what Debo.
Because the Seahawks are in a position where they have to pay DK because they have nowhere else to go. They have nobody else to pay. The Bengals have other priorities they have to worry about.
And I hate to say it, but wide receivers are coming a dime a dozen.
Right. So I mean, for Seattle, DK was one of their top priorities. For the Bengals, unfortunately,
I think
T won't be a top priority.
If you ask Bengals, I think
they already put it out there. Their main focus right now is Joe Burrow. They ain't got to pay him for it. I don't know why they said that, but I think they said that because they what they want everybody to know. Look, if you're trying to get paid right now, you better chill. Our main focus is on paying Joe.
They
already said that.
It's gonna be a situation where they're gonna pull Joe Burrow in the room, and we're gonna decide if Joe Burrow's Tom Brady or if he's LeBron James. But, where they're gonna go like, look, we're gonna pay you whatever you want, but if you do go this route.
You right, bro.
So do you? So at that point, do you risk losing both of them? I mean, both
And no,
Boyd
It's
and
gonna be
Higgins.
on Joe. If you Joe, I'm like, yo, pay my guys, man. Pay my guys.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
gonna get
that's
paid.
how,
Pay my guys.
that's how it's gonna go. I think, because the Bengals, I think they're gonna just put them into the room. Like, look,
This is where we at.
this is where we at. We'll pay you whatever you want, but if you do take this amount, we can't get.
We like you are priority. We want you. So the bag is there for you, but this is the bag. If you take this amount,
if you take
it's only
option
gonna be
A,
this amount for everybody else.
you
So
gotta
I mean,
tell
we can give you this.
The
but
bag is there for all three, but like you guys said, what's the rest of the team's gonna look like? The bag is there for all three.
But I think that's what the conversation is gonna be.
right.
And they'll probably do the same for Jamar Chase. And I'm like, look, if Jamar Chase continues to be as good as we think, look, you can do this. We're gonna give it to you. But you got option A, and then you got option B.
But if you take this, it's only gonna lead this for your homie over there. Who will be, looking at you like, bro, you could have left a little bit more table for me, but it's why I have to get paid. So it's gonna be like, all right, I get it, but if you want to have a great team,
you want to win Super Bowls,
you got to sacrifice financially in football. That's how it works, unfortunately.
And I'm okay with whatever option they pick. It's like that for winning, great. And if it's like, I want the money because I'm never gonna be able to make this much, that's great too.
Facts. I think Joe, has the ability to make that off the field. So I think hopefully he's the guy to be like, you know what, let me take a little bit less to pay my guys a little bit more.
I think
I
think Joe. Yeah, Joe
he has the ability to.
He has the charisma. He actually has more charisma than
You don't think so too?
If he starts,
he can't obviously he can, but does he want to?
Yeah,
because I think there's opportunities for him now, but we haven't seen it yet.
I mean, I watched the UFC the other weekend. He's on UFC, sitting on a post, like chilling, with some other players.
I get that. I mean, going to events, but I'm talking about like doing like commercials and everything. Like obviously, there's opportunities for that there.
Yes,
but we haven't seen anything yet.
Trust. Joe Burrow likes money. And he has Aaron Rodgers is getting old, and Tom Brady's getting old. Subway. And if he continues to be, progress as we think he is, Subway and State Farm will be calling.
Yeah, bag's gonna be there for him, bro. Off the field for sure.
He got the charisma.
If he takes it,
I think he just saw what Baker did, and he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to go get the commercials all early and shit, and then not do shit on the field, and they be looking at like, all right, bro, you got handed all this shit. We came in the league, and you ain't even do shit. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to come in and kind of earn it, which he. At this point, if you see Joe on a national commercial, at this point he earned it.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, he's earned it. Like Super Bowl in our second year,
he earned it.
Check this out.
I'm doing something. Obviously, we still might see because
maybe he's waiting though. Maybe he's waiting,
or maybe he's already done it because they run through a football season. So
yeah.
The commercials are being filmed. You will see him in commercials this upcoming year.
Just wait on it, T. Just wait on it. I'm telling you.
No, trust me. The opportunity is there.
Money. Money is there.
Even
opportunity. I know the opportunity is there.
Even Marshawn Lynch does commercials. Come on, man. He is going to do advertise. He's going to do the endorsements.
Even if he ain't got no lines, he's just going to be holding a product expounding, bro, with them glasses on or something.
I was about to say, I know he got a glasses endorsement.
He's going to be there. He's going to be there, bro. Trust me.
I mean, I think with that being said, this deal does help the Bengals some, but the real situation is going to be when they put him in Joe in that room. They're like, is he going to take option A, break the bank, or option B,
Aaron Rodgers money? Or are you going to go with
option B, which is Tom Brady?
Facts.
Tom Brady was never the highest paid, and because he also realized he was able to make a lot of that money off the field, and he did it when playing with the Patriots. When we didn't even know he had any personality. He got to Tampa Bay. It's like, oh man, Tom has a lot of personality.
No, I'm actually funny. He's actually cool.
So that's why I think he made a whole bunch of money, and Joe is more serious than, I'm just talking demeanor, than Tom Brady.
No, facts.
So yeah.
And obviously the biggest thing for the Bengals, obviously Joe is going to be there. I think it'll be more so Chase is the money breaker, because I said this numerous times. For our situation up in Minnesota, Kirk Cousins isn't our quarterback of the future. He's probably going to sign maybe 1 year deals from here on out, if I'm being honest. Dalvin Cook is an agent running back. Like, we have nowhere to go on offense but to Jefferson. So we're going to have to throw the bag at him.
Oh, he going to break the Bizank.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's going to the market for sure.
I was about to say, now, if Chase feels he deserve to be higher than Jefferson, that's where the issue's on it. That's where
he already thinks he's better than him. I mean, the question would be is he going to take one for the team, or is he like, nah, I want this money? I think that's really,
right.
Yeah, that's where the Eagles want to come in at. That's where it's gonna be like, all right, bro. Where's your heart really loud? Do you want to win, or do you want to just get the bag and be like, hey, how those bragging rights say, hey, I was the highest paid receiver in my day. I was the man.
Because no matter what, I mean, you're gonna be rich. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The question is just like, and Jamar Chase probably has more. He has the ability to make a whole bunch of money off endorsements more than probably a lot of other receivers because doing the gritty and stuff like that.
Right, man.
So it will just to be seen. He has wide receivers, and I would say wide receivers and quarterbacks to me are get the most endorsements.
They're the highlight because they're the most
quarterback. The quarterback is the quarterback, and the wide receiver,
quarterback, wide receiver, running backs.
Yeah, right. When the running backs too, yeah. But those are the guys who get the most off the opportunities for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get paid like that on defense. You got to be Dion.
You got to be a dog,
and
you got to be prolific. Like you got to be like flashy.
Like that's it. That's what I'm like. You got to have so much charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Sherman, he was in commercials, and because he was just loud, man. But it's kind of stopped because he's not likable, really. You know what I'm saying? But he was a beast. But did he retire? Yeah. Did he announce or no?
I don't know.
He didn't. He didn't officially announce the retirement, but I think he's done.
He needs to.
Yeah, I mean, because Jalen Ramsey's best, but he's not likable by a lot of folks.
Who, Jalen?
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, he's not. Jalen Ramsey's funny, man.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think who's the last defensive guy was known in commercials.
Aaron Donald's not in commercials, and
not really. Reeves was in 1 or 2 commercials, man. But
if you don't watch football, you're stereotypical woman watching the game. They don't know who Aaron Donald is.
Nah, you don't. If you just saw him scrolling the TV on late night TV, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who's the defensive player right now that's
known
that's getting commercials and stuff like that? I guess. Probably Khalil Mack. He do the soup commercials, don't he?
He's in the soup commercial, I think.
Stuff like that.
Contract. I don't know what Stephon Diggs' contract was. He got paid though.
Diggs is 96 for. He's done in 2028, so
he top 5 for sure.
He's 6.
No, I'm just saying top 5 talent wise.
7. Oh yeah, talent wise, yeah. He's 7 right now, contract wise.
Von Miller.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, Von
Miller. Von would definitely be the highest profile defensive player right now.
Yep.
As far as face card type shit.
Yeah, as far as face card, it's definitely Von.
Yeah, for sure. As far as name card, Aaron Donald.
Before Von, it was probably J.J. Watt.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He was.
They the same class, so
he was the commercials for sure. Yeah, damn. Yeah, man. But shout out to these 2 guys, man.
For sure. Got the bag.
Yeah, definitely got the bag, man.
Now, DK, I don't know. Say good luck up there, brother.
30 million guarantee. 30 million signing bonus. I'll take that. Shit, sign me up.
Good luck up there in Seattle, man, because you ain't got much to work with.
Oh man, they have a choice but to pay him because they have nobody else.
Who the quarterback up there?
Drew Lock right now.
Damn. Good luck up there, DK.
Yeah, Drew Lock right now.
Hey, at least it's security bad because your stats might not be the same. After this year, brother.
Shout out Geno Smith.
What did he do?
He's him and that's who's competing. Drew Lock and Geno Smith.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, hey, shout out Geno.
Shout out Geno. Once again, down to the wire 513. Make sure I give us a follow. Everything down to the wire 513. Google us is the easiest way to find us.
Yes.
Oh man, I swear I feel like we do this. It seems like every week. We always dissect a bullshit ass list by one of these.
Somebody always capping, man. Somebody always doing some bullshit. Somebody always putting some bullshit content out there, trying to make some people talk and click on it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not ESPN this time, so y'all, ESPN,
Close.
we ain't on your ass. We ain't on your ass. Pause.
It'd probably be a second guess. It's
Bleacher Report.
They put out this most dominant player at each position. Now, first off, they was messing the positions up, but man, it's just total cap, bro.
This shit is terrible.
It's really ridiculous, man. Really ridiculous. They have now I ain't gonna say all of it's cap, but most of it is ridiculous. They got PGs, number 1, Steph Curry, number 2, Luka Doncic, number 3, Trae Young.
Trae is arguable.
Yeah, it's definitely arguable. And then if you want to put Luka at point guard, hey, I ain't mad at it. Put him up there. But that's the one I ain't mad at the most is honestly point guards. That's the only one I'm actually okay with. It's arguable for Trae, but hey, you want to put him out there? I wouldn't call him dominant, but hey, you want to put him out there? I ain't mad at it.
My argument for point guard is Ja, for those who wonder.
Yes, that's who I will put up there. Now, I probably wouldn't put Luka up there, but if you want to put Luka up there as a point guard, then at that point you got to put Ja up there over Trae, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
The twos.
This is where I think they started messing the positions up.
Boy, all right. So they get to number 1. They got this is shooting guard. So at number 1 they got Devin Booker, 2 Paul George, 3 Donovan Mitchell. Big fan of Donovan Mitchell, personally.
Same. Well, I didn't used to be a big fan, but hey, now I
am. But dominant, nah, not top 3. Not top 3.
I wouldn't put top 3 either. If you want to say shooting guard, yeah, I definitely want to put him top 3. Also, I know we was talking off here. I said I didn't think PG was a shooting guard, but yeah, I probably would put him in shooting guard. So I really ain't mad at these at this category being all these guys being considered shooting guards either. But I ain't putting Booker number 1. I'm not putting Booker. He has no defense at all. Like I'm putting PG higher than Book.
Paul George higher than Book.
It's crazy. It's crazy how the 2 guard position is just like changed, like how that was at one point the strongest position.
Facts, bro.
Like the league is always changing.
Right, it's always a different position each year. For me, I'm taking Donovan out, and maybe it's just this is a recency bias, but I don't know how they came up with this, but recency bias. I'll put Jaylen Brown in there before Donovan Mitchell if we want twos.
That's what I was gonna say too. If you're gonna say Tatum at 3, then I'm putting JB at 2, and I'm putting him in the top 3 over Spider.
Mm-hmm. Now, for like I said, for me, I always consider PG a small forward, but
I did too. I ain't mad putting him in shooting guard because right now he's playing with Kawhi, so I ain't mad at it. I don't know how you feel about Doc. Our point guard. I know you went here. Point guard. How you feel about point guard, Doc?
Oh, we happy with point guard.
I heard you. Point guard is cool, but that number 3 is interchangeable. I heard you say Ja. I mean, it's not a bad, pick. Trey's been doing it for the, couple seasons, like a season or 2 more. So I'm okay with the pick. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's so the point guard is cool. 1 and 2 are solidified. But shooting guard is just such a toss-up because the shooting guard position is just degraded. And
got a lot of combo guards these days.
They're diminished so much that you just don't see the two position being as important as it used to be because the point guards are scoring so many points.
I would kind of push back. Depending on who's your point guard, because I would say the Bucks year Middleton was a key factor for them to win the championship as a 2. So I would say depending on who's your point guard.
That's true.
I mean, that's a good example, but that's a good example.
That's a great example.
But I also think over the that's also an outlier in the league. On the good teams, if you got a good point guard, they're doing a lot of the scoring, or you got your 3. But then you also got Jaylen Brown, who scores a lot of points too. So I would probably have him on over
Marcus Smart in the point guard.
That's facts.
I would probably have him over Donovan. The 2 guard just kind of weird. I like Donovan's game though. He is a top 5 shooting guard for sure in the league.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So for the
2 guard is weird.
Small forward is weird too because
a lot of tweeners.
Yeah, KD and LeBron are small forwards.
A lot of tweeners, man.
Giannis has been listed as small forward in his career before too. Is he just a power forward now too? I think it's easier that way to put him at power forward. Because
I get Giannis. I understand Giannis, but KD and LeBron.
I'm just saying though, but he has been listed as a small forward before.
Right.
So, but I think it's easier if you put, they played power forward, a couple times last season. That way we can squeeze more people in.
Yeah.
And then there's not really that many good straight up power forwards in the league, right?
Right. Now, unless you're gonna say possibly LeBron played more minutes at the 4 than he did at 3 last year, then I can see you put him in as a power forward, but I haven't seen, if
with all the forwards being stretched forwards, the power forward is essentially the small forward too.
Yeah, or like a point forward these days too. Like small forwards and power forwards can be almost point guards these days.
That's where I don't get this list. And I told Doc this for you away around. Like today's NBA is so positionless. Like it's really your point guards and then everybody else.
Not even that. It's kind of like combo guards and then like your point forwards, and then that's kind of how it is. Like combo guards, point forwards, and shooters. Kind of what you got.
I'm good with this.
It's like you got Luka, who's like a 6'8" point guard, but he's like a point forward because he don't guard point guards. Then you got Trey, who's like a point guard where he plays like Luka. He kind of dominates the ball, but he's not 6'8". Then you got KD, who kind of like same way, but kind of like a scorer only, kind of like a power forward 2 guard. Like it's super like weird, like players playing kind of every position now.
Yeah,
like it's super like I don't know, like how you say it, Steve. Like nobody has a position. Like you just kind of play where you fit in at.
Yeah. So if you're gonna go with like the center being an exact position like that, I'm okay with the people with it. You got to have Joker number 1. He done won 2 MVPs in a row.
One was questionable.
Questionable or not, he did win 2 in a row, and one of them wasn't questionable. So
first one was definitely like, hey, well, I don't know. Both of them probably was questionable, bro.
Yeah, you put it like that.
So if you want to be honest, I probably
I got Joker,
but
I'm going to be 1 for me.
I probably would go and be 2-1. Joker just don't play no fucking defense, bro.
But interchangeable. Those are the top 2.
Yeah, top 2 for sure.
And I'm good with Gobert coming in at number 3.
By default.
Yeah, by default of it being like a lack of actual centers in the league, I'm cool with that too. But it's only
also winning defensive player of the year and stuff like that too, though. So
by default,
thanks.
That's just like the voters getting tired of voting for perimeter defenders and want to vote for like a inside rim protector. That's all that was, I think.
Oh no.
They're going with like they're going with defensive ratings and shit. They're going with like defensive numbers and shit, man.
Man, based on this day list, what they got up there, shit, I put Cat in before Gobert if you want to do that. Because if you put Bron and KD at power forward, I can put Cat at center.
That's facts. And I would definitely pick Cat over Gobert if you're picking like, just overall. Facts. It's facts. But then people want to say, well, now they're playing together. He definitely need a power forward because he's playing with Gobert because he's a center. So but yeah, that I think Cat is definitely better. Kawhi number 2, he's always injured. That's facts, man. But if you want to be real, when he's out there, man, that nigga cold.
Yeah.
that nigga is cold, man. But you're right, he's always injured. That's why I don't think he's gonna win in LA personally. I said it when he left Toronto. I was like, I wouldn't bet on him. I don't know why they're trading their whole franchise to get Paul George. If team with Kawhi's not gonna be available. And where has he been the last 2 years, 3 years on the bench?
Now I will say this. I'm always defending this guy, but I do have issue. Just Jimmy is not 3 on my list. 'Cause like I said, I got Bron and KD as a small forward, so he would not have been on this list if I was doing it.
Yeah, I think this list they tried to pick like they were trying to go like traditional basketball, but then they try to mix in a little bit of untraditional with it too. Like you go on traditional 2 guards, you try to go traditional 2 guards, and then you went untraditional with the 4s and the point guard because you put Luka up there. Made no sense.
Well, there's not too many traditional 4 guards though in the league though, so I think it gets kind of hard because they're just, who you gonna put up there? Anthony Davis, he sucks.
I mean, he sucks, but I mean,
if you talking about strictly power forwards by my position, you would put AD up there. You would probably put if you think of the top power forwards, Giannis gonna be up there for sure. AD gonna be up there for sure.
What, Cat?
I mean, damn, I don't even. Yeah, because I would honestly kind of count as a center, but if you're gonna say, now he's a power forward listed as a power forward. Damn, power forward's tough, man.
That third one will be tough.
Power forward's tough.
I mean, well, now what do you consider Draymond?
He a power forward.
Yeah,
he is. He a power forward.
Yeah, I'll put Draymond up there. That's tough though. Power forward's tough, man. It's tough.
Like you said, because it's a lot of like tweener, like in between guys, like
man, a lot of tweeners in the league these days.
Power forward and small forward the same position now,
pretty much.
But then it depends because, like, I think these days the teams just base it off their best player. Like, if your best player is like a point forward, then your point guard is going to guard your other team's power forward. So he's not going to be like a point guard for like Luka. Like he's on here as a point guard, but he's not really a point guard for real. Like he's not, but he is for them. But he's not guarding the other team's point guards. So technically, you'll put him up here like technically he's like a small forward shooting guard technically.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. It's like these days they just kind of base it off the best player.
We're in a different NBA for sure.
At the end of the day, like I said, so Rand, like when you think of the word dominant, like how many of these guys on this list is like will like is gonna eat your heart out and get you a dub, like go out there and win you a game that we see.
That's what I'm saying. We say dominant, man. Book is not dominant, bro. He wasn't doing shit till he got Chris Paul.
Season.
He wasn't doing shit till he got Chris Paul.
True.
I'm sorry. No.
Are you giving Chris Paul some props again?
Look at me, man. Like, if you want to say dominant, like Book is not dominant, bro. He's not.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I forgot about these guys. I forgot. Good call, Klay Thompson for 2 guard. I'll put him over Donovan too.
Not last season.
I mean, I'm talking about like
Right.
Well, this can't be off last season because Kawhi didn't play.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Kawhi didn't play. Same thing. Bill over. I don't know about Bill over.
Come on, man.
So you talking about Trey? I don't know. You talking about take Trey out?
But
not Trey.
I know Brad Beal. Brad Beal's a 2.
Nah, he meant Donovan.
He meant Donovan. Okay. I don't know if I would put.
Well, you put Brad Beal, but if you take Brad, Brad Beal's just like Booker. He's not dominant.
Yeah, he's not dominant. Like, he's not winning shit. We had that talk last week. He's not winning shit. I'm sorry, Brad Beal is all empty stats. Shout out Brad Beal for that bag of a contract, though, man.
There's no there is no dominant two guard in the game. If we're being honest.
Yeah, if you want to be honest, like dominant two guards are now like threes who don't create, like Kawhi.
Well, not.
Tatum.
I wouldn't say they don't create. I mean, they just like almost.
They don't create.
I
Like,
just
Kawhi ain't
they
nobody.
just like, but like if you need a bucket, honestly.
Tatum
Like-
Tatum is like a two guard today. If you want to be honest, Tatum is two guard.
Yeah,
like right now, he's not creating for nobody. He's scoring. He's turnover machine.
Yeah, they just scoring. Go get a bucket.
Honestly, Donovan is like a perfect position, or perfect like. He's kind of combo. Book is like a two guard too, but he's one of them defense.
Yeah,
but Tatum is like an oversized two guard.
I'm just not a Book fan, bro. Like he can score, bro, but like when it's time to get funky with it,
I like him.
Yeah,
I just need him to redeem himself, like in the playoffs again.
He do it all the time.
He's been going outside.
When it's time to get past
he just get a little too much credit for me right now.
Yeah, when times are getting tough, he fade in them big games.
Man,
it was there for him because they was ready to crown him king. If he won the NBA Finals, boy.
Oh, they was ready. Next Kobe, like where did y'all see Kobe at? Like this man, what? Like just because he do fadeaway jump shots, don't mean he's Kobe.
They were ready to crown that man king.
Where's the defense?
Boy, like, look, man, I am not being. Don't put me in that. I respected that. Like I'm not him, bro.
Yeah, I respected that too. Cause like, yeah, you right, bro. You ain't.
You know what?
You know it.
You're not Kobe.
You're not. You know it, bro.
I respect him for saying it, but obviously he didn't give himself that name. That's all the media.
Yeah.
Like I said, I respect Book and I like him, but just go out there. I just need to go out there in the playoffs next year if y'all can get there and perform better.
Booker ain't got enough killer in him. Like he scored, he like regular season, he go out there and score them points, but he fade in them big games where he's not taking shots. Where you're like, bro, what are you doing? Shoot.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't dominant for real. He don't get love because CP3 there. Nah, that's the only reason he get love because CP3 there. That's the only reason he get love because they winning games now.
Fact, yeah.
The only reason he get love because they winning games now, and they were winning games.
Now, granted,
out there.
I guess I get what he kind of saying because even though the media was naming Book like the next Kobe, when NBA Finals, all he was talking about was Chris Paul's first championship.
That's facts too, and I saw that. I saw that big time. Like they was giving Chris Paul all the credit during the finals, and he didn't deserve much because he wasn't doing much for real.
They won those first two games, and Giannis said, all right, chill. All right.
Yeah, I was so happy they lost, man. I was so fucking happy they lost. If you don't know, I'm the biggest non-Chris Paul fan probably on the planet. But shout out Chris Paul, man. I don't hate you anymore, but I'm not a fan of you, bro. But Chris Paul really need to hit us up, man, to get us on the committee for the WNBA ambassador list, man. They doing them girls dirty, man.
For sure. And I want to say that I know we damn near 2 weeks late, but shout out to Las Vegas Aces for winning the Commissioner Cup.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Aces, man. Shout out Kelsey Plum, MVP.
What y'all talking about?
Vegas Aces. Well, she won MVP of the game, but she MVP
WNBA
leader right now.
Cup.
It was
they championship over already?
No, it was like the midseason tournament they had. Chelsea Gray won the MVP of the Commissioner's Cup game.
Bro,
but Kelsey Plum is having a great season right now.
Bro, what?
Yeah, they had like a whole like midseason tournament type shit, bro.
Basically what they're trying to do in the NBA.
Yeah.
Bro, one, I don't like it. Two, why did I not know about this?
Exactly, bro. They do a terrible job of advertising this shit. Terrible job. I didn't know, and I'm an Aces fan. And I didn't know it to the day of the game. Like, oh, we playing in the game? Like, Commissioner's Cup? What the hell?
Well, two wasn't even on TV. Like, it was on like Amazon Prime or something.
Yeah, it was Amazon Prime TV.
So, what's the incentive of winning this? Just to be able to say you won?
Nah, every player got I think $30,000, and the MVP got extra $5,000 on top of that. Okay. I mean, so for those girls, I mean, I think like if you want to put it in terms of, like their contract, I think Kelsey Plum just signed an extension for like. I think it was $196,000 for like a 3-year extension. So they or I think 5-year extension, something like that. So they don't get paid that much.
5 years for $190. 100. I mean, not 190, but it feels that way. 100.
It was like a 2-3. No, I could be wrong. Quoting that. You gotta go look this up.
The
But
commissioner
it was like
offers a $500,000 prize pool. Players from winning team receive approximately $30,000 each. Meanwhile, the losing team gets nets about 10,000.
10. So
and then the MVP, like I said, gets additional 5,000.
additional 5. And I also think they gave some money to charities too. I think so.
Bro, what's
it was like a good payout for the girls and also a payout for the charity.
What's the incentive of playing in the WNBA again?
I mean, hey, bro.
Don't answer that question.
You usually got 30,000 for one game. I mean,
no. I'm talking about in general.
I
You might as well go use that college degree you got.
200,000. I think it's a max. 200,000 a season. I think. It's like
that
ain't bad, bro.
The games, and then like if you were a star, like you make a star, like you can make money off court with endorsement deals.
Yeah. And like you ain't gotta go like if you bad, you can go overseas and get money too, but you ain't gotta go overseas and get money. Like I know a player for the Aces, Asia, she don't go overseas and play. She stays in the States and trains.
Mm-hmm. Now that's actually some good hoop. The playoffs start in next week, the 11th. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. Aces, we gotta go all the way, man. Come on, Vegas Aces, we gotta win the championship this year. We've been kicking ass this year. We number 1 right now, so we gotta win it out, bro.
No, it is a good basketball. They just need a lot better. Y'all talked on this 2 weeks ago. A lot better advertisement.
Yeah, man. Chris Paul gotta hit us up, bro. Like
For sure.
The whole the way they advertise in the game is terrible.
Shout out Kelsey Mitchell too, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out Kelsey Mitchell.
She out for the season. She just hurt her foot this past Sunday, so she's out for the rest of the season. She got snubbed for the All-Star game too.
Only because, bro, like her team sucks. But that's not really she got snubbed. Her numbers are solid, bro. She killing shit too. I think she averaged 24 this season or close to it. She killing it this season.
She's a bucket.
But her team's just
terrible.
They just they're not even in the playoff picture. But her numbers be good, man. If her team was any good, she would definitely be in the playoff or definitely be an all-star. So her numbers are always up there, but her team's just never that good.
Look like Candace Parker about to repeat on them, boy.
Nah, we just beat them for the for the Commissioner's Cup. Yeah, but we taking it, bro. We taking it. Last year, I found out what the problem was, bro. We talked about this off air. I don't know who run this up on here. Liz Cambage was on the Aces last year. But now she was on the Sparks and she just left the Sparks.
She just quit.
She's toxic, bro. But she toxic, bro. She toxic, man. Shout out Liz Cambage, Joe. Hopefully you change your ways. But right now, I think she's toxic, bro. Everywhere she goes, there's a report come out that she got into it with somebody. Even on the national team last year for the Olympics, she was on the Australian national team. She got into it with some girl. Got into a fight. And practically got into a fight. And try to say she wanted to sit out for mental health reasons. But I'm like, bro, you got to fight, girl. Like, stop lying. But that was a problem last year. I think it was a little locker room rumblings going on. But now, this year, the regular season, we on a roll.
If you don't watch WNBA for nothing else, man, at least check out a game and at least check out Sue Bird's final year, Candace Parker's last year, and Sylvia Fowles last year. So three greats. I don't know if Diana Taurasi has said it was her last year or not.
Better not be, man, because she ain't say shit, so better not be. Candace Parker just had some shoes drop too. She had some Adidas drop. I don't really rock with Adidas like that. I'm a Nike fan over here, but Candace Parker had some Adidas drop, signature Adidas drop. So go cop them if you a young lady you want to like the hoop, or if you a man like the hoop, man. I might have to try them out, see how it is. I don't really rock with Adidas though, but
check so the stripes. That's
I'm weak, bro.
Oh yeah, WNBA playoffs
likes Adidas.
WNBA playoffs starts next week. They're doing a new format. Well, it's not really a new format. Well, new for their league. Everybody plays in the first round. 1 versus 8, 2, 7. So it's the first time they had it. First time this year. Should be interesting. So we'll touch on the WNBA playoffs coming up here pretty soon. And before we get out of here, man, prayers up to Paige Buckets, man. She tore ACL again.
Man, I just seen that today, bro. It's crazy.
UConn star. She's gonna miss the entire college season this year.
And she just got back, because last year she had torn MCL, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Then she came back.
Won a championship. Did they win it last year?
They didn't win. They didn't win.
Okay.
But I mean, she came back and she's playing, and she's one of the big names in women's college basketball. So that's one of the names that helped, push the sport forward. She's one of the young ladies that help push the sport forward, I think. So having her missing those is definitely her. Man, I think she probably tried to push it a little too hard, try to come back a little too soon. I think, unfortunately, man.
Yeah. So prayers up to her, man. Fast, speedy recovery. Sending healing energy to you and your family for sure.
Facts, man. Prayers up.
All right.
All right, good brothers. This has been Down to the Wire 513. Once again, make sure y'all give us a follow. Everything Down to the Wire 513. See it scrolling at the bottom. Google us is the easiest way to find us. Suppose we're gonna have a guest on next week, working out the details. So
Hey.
So be on the lookout for that. Fantasy football is approaching real soon.
Ready, y'all. Live draft this year.
Was our fourth? It was fourth or fifth year we've been doing it?
Fifth year, ain't it?
Fifth year.
I don't know, but make sure y'all tap in, man.
Try to dethrone the champ right here. So
here we go.
Hey, I can't be mad at you. I can't be mad at you.
Hey, Doc, you got a championship too, right?
I do got a ring.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, all right.
Oh, man, I do got a ring.
But
I just appreciate that because I have one. I can't speak for another person on the show, but
nah, man. Hey, I ain't got no ring yet, but
But you try hard.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I try sometimes. Last season was the best I ever did, though. I will say that. This season I'm determined.
Brother, we just giving you a hard time.
I'm determined this season, man. I'm determined this season we're gonna have a good draft. You ready?
You started the draft board yet?
Nah, I haven't.
I haven't either, but
I ain't that locked in, but
I normally
Nah, I seen you know what? I did want to bring this up on the show. I forgot to bring this up, Doc. I seen one of your boys get hurt. I think Gallup got hurt, didn't he?
Who?
Gallup. Yeah, Michael Gallup got hurt for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
He got something hurt in his foot. Stress fracture, I think, in his foot.
Boy's always injured, man.
Oh, starting bad already, man.
Listen, I ain't talking about them guys yet. They ain't got nothing to talk about. I ain't finna
and
let
then Jerry Jones like, hey, Super Bowl bust this year. Hey, I ain't saying Super Bowl bust this year. Like, oh shit.
No, it wasn't Gallup.
Who was it?
And Washington.
I'm about to say somebody got hurt today.
James Washington. Yeah. I got it from Pittsburgh. But Gallup said he's recovered from ACL injury. He said he will miss week 1. So CD Lamb and and everybody else playing wide receivers for y'all.
Yeah, I'll talk about. I don't have to talk about them yet. Because it ain't looking.
It's not, man.
But
But I appreciate y'all rocking out with us as always, man. This has been Down to the Wire 513, episode 244. Stay safe out there. Stay masked up. I hear folks trying to disown shaking hands and everything now because of the monkeypox. So I've been seeing that going
shaking hands again. I was just
they don't want to shake hands. Yeah, stay safe out there. It's the message in the day. Stay safe. Stay blessed. For good brothers, Flyman Rand, Josh Doc Evans, it's E. Taryn Bland. We'll catch y'all this Friday, Sports and Spirits. Until then, y'all be easy. We out.
Peace.
Peace.